Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen frequently asked questions, this time with a focus on ships, sales and combat in Alpha 3.5, from how much has Star Citizen raised to date, to bugs with combat, to when can we rent ships, to ship sale queries and more. These questions come from Reddit, Spectrum and my Discord and video comments. How much has Star Citizen actually raised to date? The Star Citizen funding chart shows currently 226.5 million raised. However, this does not take into account some other figures. The $46 million private investment they've received, nor do I believe it takes into account subscriptions, which at the moment tally up to around 15 million, I'd estimate. There are also other incomes from other sources, like incentives, partnerships, and deals with other companies, which may be around the 28 million mark. That appears to be roughly 315 million, though that is estimated. That is pretty accurate, though probably as of the 21st of May 2019. What's my favourite combat ship, or the most powerful fighter in Alpha 3.5? The Anvil Arrow is incredibly powerful at the moment. It's fast, agile, and can be outfitted with a good amount of firepower, and it's able to speed tank, as well as being very cheap IRL, and it will give you some pretty good fighting skills using it. It's not great for quantum travel though, so bear that in mind. It's worth mentioning that the Arrow and all of the other ships in the game currently need a lot of balance. A lot of hits that the Arrow should be hit with, in my opinion, seem to not register in PvP when dogfighting at speed. So it will come into its own and sort of like be in a better place balance-wise in the future. So take that for what it is. In 3.5 currently, I really love the Arrow for dogfighting. When will the next major sale be? There'll be a flyable sale with Alpha 3.6 at the end of June, 3.7 probably at the end of September. We're not entirely sure where 3.7 is going to land this year, and 3.8 in December. There also appears to be planned a 300 series Origin sale within the next couple of weeks, most likely. The next expected major sale with most of the ships available will be the CitizenCon anniversary sale on the 23rd of November. Is there a way to see the current price and value of ships? If you go to the ship upgrade / CCU cross-chassis upgrade section of the RSI website and then click on the left box there, uncheck my ships, and then you'll see a full list of ships and their most up-to-date values that could have possibly been bought in the game at any point. This also has their value for the purposes of upgrading to another ship in the future. However, the melt value of any ship you have is only equal to the amount you spent on it, and these ship prices will change in the future potentially, with ships becoming flyable and that sort of stuff. What happened to the $0 CCU upgrades? Well, the $0 CCUs refer to ship upgrades that you could purchase to change from one ship to another one that only cost $0. This, in some cases, was being hoarded by certain backers, which caused issues on some people's accounts. And you could literally just move back and forth between like a Gladius and Hull B. You could just keep on doing that every minute if you wanted to. They removed $0 CCUs that were unapplied at the start of May, and $0 CCUs are no longer available. However, upgrades that have value are. You can just melt your ship to get the full store credit value and then purchase whatever you want to, though. If you melt a ship for store credit, can you buy it back later? Yes, but with some restrictions. Promo ships and older game packages cannot be rebought. This is things like the Sabre Raven or the AMD version of the Mustang, the racer there, the Omega. Prices of ships change, and the buyback of the ship will be the most current price for that ship. When you're buying back a ship as well, it's the original package that you can buy back. So if you've upgraded the ship and then melted it, you'll only be able to buy back the package as it started as. Its base original package, not the upgraded version of whatever you had it upgraded to. You can, however, separately melt and buy back CCUs that haven't been applied to ships, and then buy them back later. You can buy back vehicles at any time with real money with the buyback system, but you can only buy back one item using store credit every 3 months. Will there be more ships to purchase in-game with in-game currency at some point? Yes, eventually everything will be available in-game to purchase with in-game money. However, there should be more ships to buy in-game in Alpha 3.6. They are building ship purchase terminals for that purpose. 3.6 is planned for the end of June. There's also plans for ship rentals in 3.6, which will be amazing. We're not entirely sure what ships or what will be available to rent or to buy yet, though. Alpha UEC ship insurance. So, ships in-game that are purchased in-game with Alpha UEC still persist on your account until the reset, which is typically every major patch, so every 3 months. You can reclaim these ships on insurance as if you had bought them or they were a loaner or whatever. They persist on your account. Any items that you've purchased with UEC that are attached to a ship will be lost when that ship is reclaimed, so bear that in mind. That will probably change in the future. There'll be more insurance types and stuff in the future, but at the moment, as of 3.5, that's how it is. Will there be proper beam weapons? Yes, we already have the Banu Singed Tachyon cannon, which is kind of like that, but there are plans for more conventional beam weapons too, like with the giant laser beam weapon that the Idris K is going to have, that sort of stuff. Can I share ships with friends? In-game, if you're in the same party, your party members will be able to interact and use your ships and vehicles once they've been spawned. Where can I spawn ground vehicles? At the gates around Lorville, on certain moon and planet outposts with spawn pads. Combat problems. Alpha 3.5 has a load of problems in regards to combat, with weapons not converging, pips not lining up, various bugs with hit registration. Hopefully these are being fixed for either 3.5.1 or 3.6. As potential workarounds, and to give you some potential better experiences in-game at the moment, it might be worth trying some things. Turn off snap aim pip to target in the options. You can bind ESP toggle in control flight movement, and then obviously toggle ESP off, because I have a much better time with ESP being off. Make sure you are in the right weapon mode. Press R, and it will cycle through weapon modes once your ship is actually online. You can go through fixed, which is even if weapons are gimbaled, they'll be locked forwards. Manual, so this is manual aiming for gimbals using the mouse, or auto gimbal, which will try and aim towards your target. You need to aim at your target's pip still, and then when the two circles converge on your HUD, you'll have locked on to your target with your weapons. This doesn't guarantee hits, and you still need to be within range, but it's a very high likelihood that you'll hit them. It's very powerful. Experiment with flight lead pip reticle on and off as well. You can set a toggle for this in controls, flight targeting, reticle mode. I prefer the pip leading, so being drawn from the target pretty much under any circumstances at the moment. Area 18 and landing zone spawning issues. If your ship spawns and then is put into storage far too quickly for you to be able to go and get it, then try reclaiming it on insurance to fix that. I know it's not great, but it's a workaround that does sort of work. Be careful around landing pads near outposts, as they can put your ship into storage, despawning them, but there's no way of retrieving them from that location, so park further away. Is bed logging working? So bed logging is working, but not all the time, and there's some problems with it. So bed logging is using the bed in your ship and then selecting the log off option from there. This is supposed to save your location for the next time you log on with your ship, and everything should spawn exactly where you are. There are known issues with this, though. If you're too close to an outpost or landing zone, then you'll be spawning back at your HAP when you log off. It sort of like clears up your ship and puts it away, which is really annoying, but that's what it does. Obviously, sometimes when you log back in, it will have just not worked, or your ship will be in a weird void. Such is the nature of Star Citizen's Alpha, unfortunately. And that's it for this week's Star Citizen FAQ. I hope you liked the more defined set of questions this time. Please remember that Star Citizen, as it evolves, plans and intentions may change in the future as well. If you have any questions, then please leave them in the comments below. I may make them part of one of these episodes. Every month we have a ship giveaway on the channel for May 2019. It's for another Drake Corsair exploration ship, donated in the name of the People's Radio. They are a 24/7 radio station providing music in the Verse News and in Law commercials, and are operated by the People's Alliance of Levski. To be in for a chance of winning that ship, be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on any of my videos made during the month. Links to the People's Radio and more information on the giveaway in the description below. If you are looking for a gaming PC or to upgrade, then instead consider Shadow Cloud gaming PCs, which leverage your internet connection and a data center to turn any device, your old PC, a phone, a tablet, a laptop, whatever, into a powerful Windows 10 gaming environment. It's subscription-based, so won't break the bank, and is a fantastic alternative to buying your own PC. If you are looking for a VPN, then I use NordVPN as well. It's mega cheap, allows me to upload, play games, browse with more security and privacy than I would otherwise have. For both of those, links are below, and use the code BoredGamer to receive a discount on either. BoredGamer is supported by its community via Patreon, the YouTube join button, Subscribestar, Twitch, direct donations, people throwing ships at me. Massive thank you to everyone that goes the extra mile to support me. It genuinely does help. Just like everything else, links are below for people that would like to get involved with that as well. But if you want to give feedback, there are details there that you can get onto my Discord, discord.gg/BoredGamer, or contact@boredgamer.co.uk if you want to send me an email. Just get in contact, give me feedback. Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you.